the first time I've ridden this GSR. It's got a very similar riding position to my Tuono. It's quite an aggressive riding position for a naked. I think the Bandit 650 would be a little bit more comfortable, but this has got the slightly higher pegs and the slightly lower bars. But the engine's silky smooth on it. The gearbox is fantastic. The brakes are phenomenal, but it's also quite an easy bike to ride. I'm surprised. I thought it'd be a lot sharper and aggressive than, or more sharper and aggressive than this, but it's not. The clutch is nice and light on it. As I say, the gearbox is really, really sweet. Gonna have to see what it's like on power when I open it up, because I think these have got over 90 horsepower, which is about 20 more than the 650 Bandit. That's quite a lot of power. You know, I might buy myself a minibus so I can use bus lanes. Because the riding position's more forward as well, I tend to be sitting a bit more over the bars. It makes the steering just that little bit more light. Not necessarily twitchy, but light. This bike though is just so smooth. It's hard to explain. You can feel an ever so slight little bit of feedback through the bars and the foot pegs, but it's not so much vibration. It's very nice. I can see why. Oh, I hate creepers. Hate creepers. I hate it. Why? So, where were we? I was talking about the pupils when they ride both of these bikes. They love the GSF, but when they get on the GSR, this one, they prefer it. They say it's a lot nicer. It's more like a real bike as opposed to a test tool. Okay, move in a little bit. Just let that bus come out if he needs to. And the guy who's on his way to test today is Patrick. Say hello, Patrick. I've had to use this bike today because I've got a puncture on my pan. It's the first time in many, many years, if ever, that I've had a puncture. See if we can see it in the reflection. That is one very nice looking bike as well. And I love the way the exhaust come out the back. I'll do a walk around when I get to the test centre. But I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. Lovely little thing. It's even got a gear position indicator, look. L plate goes back. Everything about the bike is just really sharp and light. It's lovely. Seat's not as comfortable as I'd like it to be though, because it's similar to the Tuono. Because it's a slightly forward facing type bike, the weight tends to be on your crown jewels a little bit. Maybe that's just me being a wuss. The back brake's got a lot of feel in it as well, because you know I only use my back brake at slow speeds anyway. That's got quite a nice bit of feel to it. Slow speed's nice on it. The steering's just that little bit lighter though, so it just tends to be a little bit more twitchy on the steering at very slow town speeds. I'd definitely say the 650 is more comfortable. It's got a slightly flatter, wider seat, where this is making my G-string stick up my backside. The clocks light up nice as well. Lovely colour. It's little touches like that I like. It's got hazards fitted to it as well. Quite good as an instructor actually, because if pupil stalls it in front, I can just pop the hazards on. I don't have them on the pan. Clutchless changing on this is just slick, absolutely slick. The gear ratios are really close together as well. We're in a 40 limit, doing 38 now. I'm in 6th gear, and it still sounds like it's revving actually, even though it's only doing 3,000. It's a very buzzy engine. It's a bit windy as well, but it doesn't seem to be catching the bike that much as it does my pan. Let's see how it flicks around this roundabout. Wow. It's very flickable. Climbing all over Patrick. Come on, we can do it. So in 6th gear it actually sounds like it needs another gear. I quite like the digital speedos on these as well. They're very easy to read. Sometimes with dials, if the letters or the numbers are small, it's hard to see, especially for us old people. Okay, let's see how it gets to 60. I'm going to stay in 2nd gear. Okay. Wow. There's some serious poke in this when you rev it up. But when you keep it in the lower revs, it's a bit of a pussy. Okay, let's have a look at the fuel injection mapping on this one then. Holding 28 in 4th. That's spot on. Another fuel injection thumbs up. Okay, 4th gear 30 to 40. And there. Wow. There we go. The GSR without the Scott oiler fitted. Look at the condition of that chain. I mean, it's still oil, but look at it. It's not very nice. And look at it compared to the Scott oilered one. That's probably because I've cleaned the chain as well. But look at the exhaust on this. Aren't they gorgeous? Looks like the Augusta F4, doesn't it? They sound nice as well. They've got a lovely fruity tone to them. Nice, isn't it? Good design. Reminds me a little bit of a Bulldog at the front, with the indicators built in, like this. It's very aggressive.